Good afternoon, boys and girls. My name is Ms. Armstrong, and we're going to be talking about invertebrates and vertebrates today. Invertebrates do not have well-developed internal skeletons or internal systems. They are usually filled with fluid, and some of them even have a hard shell. The ones that are filled with fluid, an example of this would be a jellyfish, and an invertebrate with a hard shell, an example of that would be either a crab or a snail, because they have that hard exoskeleton shell. They're usually small, and they usually have two different body parts. The first one is radial symmetry, circular shape around the mouth. And the second is bilateral symmetry, left and right halves. So they have a left side and they have a right side. They usually are sorted into 6 groups: cnidarian, sponges, amphipods, mollusks, echinoderms, and worms. And over 98% of the world's animals are invertebrates, and 2% are vertebrates. And this shows you the differences in vertebrates versus invertebrates. And it says vertebrates are well-developed, they have a well-developed skeleton, and they have internal systems, and they have a backbone. That's what separates the vertebrates from the invertebrates. They have a backbone. They're usually larger in size. Invertebrates lack a well-developed skeleton and internal systems. They do not have a backbone. And I do not have a image. Okay. They're usually smaller in size, and they are filled usually with a jelly-type substance within their body, or they can have hard shells covering their bodies like an exoskeleton. Vertebrates are classified as mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds, or fish. Invertebrates have a simple nervous system, and they live by trusting their instincts. That's how they know where to live. That's how they know how to hunt for their food, is they basically just go off their instincts. They're not really using their brain that much. Okay, I went a little bit too far here. Okay. That's basically what I said already. Okay, now I'm going to play a video, and the video is about vertebrates and invertebrates. And then we'll do a little activity.
Vertebrate and invertebrate animals.
Vertebrates.
Ouch! 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 No, 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 no! Ah! Ouch! Oh. Animals are everywhere. Some of them live in the water, others fly, and many others are terrestrial. All of them share 2 key features. They can move around and eat other living beings. The animal kingdom is the largest and most diverse of living things. It is so diverse that we need to classify animals in groups to be able to study their characteristics. Great English naturalist Charles Darwin knew a lot about studying and classifying animals.
Hello, everyone. The animal kingdom can be classified into 2 large groups: vertebrate animals that have a vertebral column or spine, and invertebrate animals that do not have it.
Vertebrate animals are more developed than invertebrates because their bone and muscle structure allows them to grow more and move around better.
Vertebrate animals can be split up into the following groups: fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals.
Fish live in rivers and seas. Their body is covered by scales. They have fins to swim around and gills that allow them to breathe underwater. Amphibians have 4 limbs. They are born like fish and develop until they turn into terrestrial vertebrates.
Amphibians turn into this?
No, crocodile is not an amphibian, but a reptile. Similar to fish, the skin of reptiles is covered by scales and have 4 limbs to move around, except for snakes that drag themselves along on the ground. Many of them know how to swim. Birds are covered with feathers. They have a beak, 2 legs and 2 wings that allow them to fly, though not all of them know how to do it. Birds lay eggs, like most fish, amphibians and reptiles. And finally, we have mammals, the most developed group of vertebrates, and the animal kingdom. Their young develop inside their mother's womb until they are born. Then they are fed with the mother's milk. Some mammals fly, and others live in the water, though most of them are terrestrial.
Got it! All the animals that live around here are vertebrates. But where are the invertebrates?
Those animals go more overlooked, but they are more numerous than vertebrates.
Did you know that of 100 animals that live on Earth, 98 are invertebrates? Invertebrates can also be classified into several groups.
Spiders, insects, and crabs are arthropods. They have legs to move around on land or sea, and some of them also fly. All of them have an external skeleton that protects their body. Mollusks have a soft body. Some of them have a shell, and others have long tentacles. There are terrestrial and marine mollusks. Of the invertebrates that only live under the sea, the following stand out. Sponges that have a sac-shaped body and are not mobile. Jellyfish that have tentacles and move around freely. And starfish that drag their odd body along the sea floor. And let's not forget about a group of invertebrates we are all familiar with. Worms. Those terrestrial or aquatic animals with an elongated body and without legs. What?
Okay, now we're going to do a little activity that involves vertebrates and invertebrates. We're going to put them into this T-chart here. Now, vertebrates, what distinguishes them? What makes a vertebrate a vertebrate? The main thing, the spine. Okay. Now, you're going to show me, out of these animals, where they belong. I think I have some invertebrates in here. Okay. I should have put mammals anyway. What is that? A tiger. So where would a tiger go? Okay, so right. And
A cow.
a cow. Now, what is a cow?
A vertebrate.
What else is it? Do you know? Of the the different groups of vertebrates, what does a cow do, and what can a cat do or tiger do?
Walk on four.
Okay, let me read this, and then maybe you'll understand a little better. What are mammals and birds? Animals can be grouped by Animals can be grouped by their body parts. One group is called mammals.
Mammals.
A mammal is an animal that has fur or hair. A mammal makes milk to feed its babies.
Mammals.
Yes. Most mammal babies grow inside their mothers. All mammals use lungs to breathe. Most mammals live on land. So these animals live on land. They're able to give milk to their babies. Some mammals are different. A whale is a mammal, but it lives in the ocean. it has flippers instead of legs, and it uses its flippers and tail to swim. So these are also, they're vertebrates, but they're also mammals. Okay, what is that?
A snake.
A snake. Now where would a snake go?
Invertebrate.
Invertebrate. Okay, I don't think I have too many snakes or reptiles.
Bird.
It's got a what? What does it have to
Feathers.
have? What does it have to be considered a vertebrate?
Oh, it's fine.
A spine. Does a bird have a
Yes.
spine? Good job. Okay, let's do a couple more here. All right, what is that?
A dolphin.
A dolphin. Is it a vertebrate or invertebrate?
Vertebrate.
Yeah,
It's
because
fine.
it does have a spine, but it lives where?
In the ocean.
So what does that mean? How does it get around? Does it have arms
It
and
swims.
legs? Good job, it swims. Let's see. I think most of my animals here are vertebrates.
Another bird.
Okay, so maybe I should put mammals and non-mammals. Oh, here's a good one. What is that?
A turtle.
A turtle. What would a turtle do? It has a
Invertebrate.
hard, you're right,
shell.
because it has, say it again.
A hard shell.
A hard shell. And vertebrates don't have hard shells, right?
Right.
Right. So that means it also doesn't have a
Spine.
spine. Okay, let's see. Let's find some more. Now, does this long beast have a spine?
Yes.
Okay,
Giraffe.
a giraffe. So it would be placed on the
Vertebrate.
vertebrates. Let's see. I think that's about all the invertebrates I do have. I'm trying. Okay. Thank you. You found another one for me. Now, what is that?
And a crab.
Now, what makes that an invertebrate? What are the
Shell. Ocean. Spine.
good job. Okay. Let's see.
A lion.
And a lion
A
is
vertebrate.
is-
It has fur.
it has
Fur. And a spine.
and a spine. And we'll do that one, and that'll be it. Okay, it said that a mammal, a mammal has fur or hair, and it can make milk. And it says most babies grow inside their mothers. So, I mean, you don't have a. I know I have chalk. Okay. I'll make a different list here. And it's just basically going to be mammals, and I'm just going to put non-mammal. Okay. So, I want you to group and sort them for me again. And then we're going to write it or place it on the board. All right. Is this a mammal?
No.
What is it?
A non-mammal.
But what is the animal?
A snake.
A snake. And a snake is a non-mammal, right? That's what you said, because it can't give to its
Milk.
babies. Right. So place that on the non-mammal side. And I honestly don't know.
A dolphin.
And it is a,
Mammal.
have you ever seen? I've never seen, I don't know if they provide milk, because I've never seen a mammal do that. I mean, a dolphin do that. Okay, what is that?
A parrot.
And a parrot is a,
Mammal. It has a spine.
but it,
I don't know.
huh?
It has a spine.
Yeah, it's a vertebrate,
Vertebrate.
yes. But is it a mammal? Do they give birth? Birds have what?
Eggs.
Eggs. So that makes them
Non-mammal.
a non-mammal. Okay. What is this?
A giraffe.
And where would you place that?
It's a mammal.
With the mammals. All right, here we go. What is that?
A turtle.
Where would a turtle go?
A non-mammal.
And that is why.
Because it has eggs.
It has eggs.
It makes eggs.
And what
Not
is
a person. Or a mammal. It doesn't have milk.
And what is this?
A crab.
And where would a crab go? Is it a mammal or a non-mammal? Crabs have babies.
The little crabs.
They have little crabs. What makes a mammal a mammal?
Milk.
And
And a spine. Oh, it doesn't have a spine. No.
well, it doesn't have a spine, but what else?
Vertebrate.
Okay, but what is a crab covered in?
A shell.
A shell, so it can't be a mammal, right?
Right. So it's a non-mammal.
Okay.
So milk. A cow is a mammal.
It's not a
A pig. Oh, that's a pig. That's a pig. It's a mammal.
cow. It's a mammal because what makes it a mammal?
It has. It can have birth. It can have a piglet. And it has milk.
Yep. Okay. The reason why you would put the birds over here, it says birds are another group of animals. A bird is an animal that has feathers and wings. Feathers keep a bird warm and dry. Feathers help the bird fly too. A bird also has 2 legs and a beak. It uses lungs to breathe. Baby birds come out in eggs. You see this picture? What is this a picture of?
Penguin.
A penguin. Can a penguin fly? It has wings,
No.
right?
Yes, it can swim.
It can swim. It says some birds are not able to fly. A penguin is not able to fly. A penguin uses its wings to swim. Okay. You have a pencil. Would you mind doing this? We'll do it together. Okay, the first one. Okay, what it is what are mammals and birds? And it says draw a line from each term to its picture. So if it makes milk, which of these pictures we have some, wait a minute. We have some, what is this? A lion and her cubs, and we have a bird. So if it makes milk, the line would go to where?
Mammal.
And which one is the mammal? The lion
The
cub.
lion
Has feathers.
is the bird.
It's the bird. Has fur or hair.
It's the lion.
Good job. Comes out of an egg.
The bird.
Grows in its mother's body.
The lion. The bird.
Yeah, but I think that it doesn't grow.
Yeah.
It doesn't really grow into inside the mother's belly. It basically comes out of the mother and then hatches. Has a beak.
The bird.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is the end of our activity. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.